Hello. Welcome to another segment of Actualize After Hours where you can see everyone's faces. Look, the whole gang is here. We're going to be playing One Night Ultimate Werewolf. And we've actually played this game before, but this time we're going to play it like it's a physical game, even though it's not. We can't touch each other or touch cards.
So you mean real werewolves?
Yes, there will be real werewolves. One of them will come into one of your houses and actually eat you. Yes, this is a very destructive game. No, I will be moderating the game. So like literally I have a bunch of cards in front of me here. Check it out. And I'm going to actually like shuffle up these cards and assign you guys based off of what I'm seeing on my screen to literal physical roles. And here's how it's going to go through. So first things first, I'm going to let you guys know the cards that we're playing, and then we'll talk about format. So cards that we're going to be playing today, I have 7 players. Alex is going to set out for our first game. She hasn't played before, and then she'll join in after that. She'll pick it up. We're going to be starting with 2 werewolves, 2 werewolf cards. We will be having 2 Masons, which I don't think you guys have played. Have we played with Masons before? Yeah. We have, maybe. We'll talk about Masons. Are like the easiest nighttime role that there is. We have a seer, which we've played with before. We've got 1 robber, which we've played with before. We have 1 troublemaker that we've played with before. And then the villagers, which of course everyone is going to claim that they are a villager. That is what you do in Ultimate Werewolf. You say, I'm a villager. Cool. So we're going to start by playing with those roles. So I've got 2 werewolves. I've got 2 masons. I've got 1 seer. There's always just 1 seer. 1 robber. 1 troublemaker. And I've got 2 villagers. So that is a total of 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to up it to 3 villagers when Alex joins in. So we're just going to change villagers to 3. So talking through a couple of the roles that are here. You guys can see that in general channel so you know what's what. So the game, and this is also the waking order, by the way. This is the waking order of all of these things. Villagers do not wake up in the middle of the night. So the game is kind of played in a single round where everybody gets assigned a role. And then there's 3 cards that are they're called the center cards. They're basically communal cards. They're not assigned to a human being, but they're there to sort of sow chaos. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to assign each of you one of these roles, and I'm actually just going to Slack it to you. I'm going to Slack you your role. We're going to communicate via Slack. It's going to be really weird. And also we're all going to be on mute in the middle of the night, so you won't have to worry about pings or anything like that. But I am going to turn off my notifications. Do not disturb. Great. And basically what we are going to do is I'm going to Slack you each your role. And when the night, and you guys are actually going to physically close your eyes. Like everyone's going to close their eyes. We're going to play this with our eyes closed. You'll know what your role is specifically, just your role. And I'll moderate. I'm going to talk through it in the middle of the night. I'm literally going to walk you guys through it. You'll hear me speak. And I'll say, Masons wake up. And you'll open your eyes just like you normally would if you were physically playing the game. You'll look for the other Masons. I'll tell you to go back to sleep. You'll go back to sleep. So all the rules are going to be basically, I'm going to talk it out to you. So you're going to know what to do. Some of the rules require you have to tell me who you want to switch with, or you have to, the robber has to switch with somebody, the troublemaker has to switch 2 people, the seer has to look at some cards. So for those things, we'll have some signals, we'll have some cues. They'll be pretty easy, and I'll tell you what to do again when the roll comes. So for example, the robber. If you're the robber and I tell you to wake up, go ahead and Slack me and type the name of the person that you'd like to switch with. Just go ahead and type the name, send it to me on Slack. So just make sure you have your DM communication with me open in Slack right now. You're only going to be communicating with me, and I will be moderating that via Slack.
And don't accidentally Slack it to the general channel. Make sure you Slack it to Danny.
Slack it to me. This happened actually. One person voted in the general channel when I was playing with my students, which was funny.
Do we need to turn off the Slack noise in the notification?
You guys don't, because you'll be muted. So you're going to mute your mics while we're playing, but I do, and I already have done that. So
got it.
Yes. Cool. I'll double check and make sure that I've done that, but I'm pretty sure that no noises will be coming through. Yeah, no notifications. So you guys won't hear notifications on my end. And you'll be muted, so you won't. So I'll have you guys mute yourselves. All right, so with that being said, that's basically how we're going to go through it. So as we talk through it, just to sort of give Alex a lowdown on the game, plus also a refresher for you guys. The game lasts for 1 round and 1 round only. And basically, we have waking order. Everybody wakes up in the night except for villagers. They don't get to do anything. They just sit there and stare at their own inside of their eyelids. The werewolves wake up first, and werewolves are on the werewolf team. Everyone else is on the village team. So werewolves versus everybody else. That is how it goes. Werewolves are trying to win. Villagers are trying to not die. And that's basically it. So werewolves will wake up, look for other werewolves. If you are a solo werewolf, you get the option to look at one of the center cards. And I'll tell you that. I'll say, if you're alone, you can look at one of the center cards, and you're going to signal me so that it's completely random and not biased by me at all. Let me know which card you want to look at. You can look at card number. There'll be 3 center cards like these that I'll have on my setting. And you can let me know if you want to see card number 1, 2, or 3 just by holding up a number. Just hold up a number for me and I will show you that card. I'll also remind you again when we get to that phase so you don't have to remember that information, but you're just going to hold up a number for me because your eyes will be open if you're a werewolf. Masons wake up next. Mason roll is really, really simple. Masons just look for other Masons. It's a confirmation. It's just a knowledge roll. That's it. So basically, Masons look to see, is there another Mason? Am I alone? I know that that guy's a Mason. That guy's safe. But Masons also create fun because 2 Masons could also be 2 werewolves. It could be
You have
lion.
to wink at it. If you see another Mason, you have to wink at each other.
You have to wink. If you don't see another Mason, you're all by yourself. But that means that you know the Mason is one of the center 3 cards, that someone's not assigned that role. Additionally, we have the seer waking up next. She's probably the more complicated, but also most fun role. She gets all the knowledge. So she gets to either do one of 2 things, and I'll present you with both options. She can either look at one other player's card, which now that I'm not playing the game is no longer a viable option, you guys. She can look at one other player's card, look at Brian's, or she could look at 2 of the center cards. And if you want to look at 2 center cards, if you want to look at a single player's card, you can type me the name of that player, send it to me. If you want to look at 2 of the center cards, all you have to do is give me the 2 numbers. So give me like this. You want to look at number 1 and you want to look at number 2. You want to look at number 3 and number 2. Just give me 2 numbers. Y'all have 2 hands as far as I know. And I will show you those 2 cards. Then we have Robber. Robber gets to steal someone's card. If you want to steal someone's card, you type their name to me and I will show you here your new card. I will present it to you and you will see that. Troublemaker gets to swap 2 people. Type 2 names of people you want to swap. I will swap them over here. Troublemaker doesn't get to know what they do. So Troublemaker doesn't get intel on who they swap. Well, they know who they swapped, but they don't know what they swapped. But I will be swapping it here. I'm actually going to physically set up the game here, like on my keyboard. It's going to be great. All right. So are you guys ready to start our first round with this knowledge? I'm going to mix all these up, assign some roles based off of how you are seated according to me. And that's how I'm going to remember everything.
Quick
Any
question,
questions?
anybody can answer? Yeah, I forget. Robber, I've never been a robber or a troublemaker. A robber swaps themselves with somebody else.
Someone else and gets to
Which
know
is
what they
similar,
are.
which is similar to a troublemaker, except can a troublemaker swap themselves or do they have to pick 2
Troublemaker
different people?
cannot swap themselves. Troublemaker has to swap to other people.
And then they don't know what happened. They just
And they don't know what
swapped
happened. Also, I will say this, the robber and troublemaker are both optional roles. You can choose not to swap yourself. You can choose as a troublemaker not to swap other people, but that's not fun. It's not fun. Don't do it. Swap. Always swap for funsies. Okay, 3 center cards, and there we go. All right, so I'm going to slack you all your roles. It's going to take me like a minute. I tried to find a better system than this, and there just really wasn't one. There's
You
only,
should have like an online version of this game.
you know, you should have like, shh.
Can't you do private chats on Zoom? Would that maybe be easier?
Maybe, but how much easier would that really be than Slack?
No. I mean, yeah.
It doesn't take me that long.
At what point do we mute ourselves?
When we start the night round. I'm slacking you all your roles right now, so you will know what you are. Don't tell anybody else what you are. Brian, why aren't you in my DM list?
He's a
I don't
werewolf.
know. You're in mind.
Do you two ever talk?
He's the werewolf.
Yeah, I'm the werewolf.
It must be. He removed himself from the DM list on purpose.
Okay. All right. Did everyone get a Slack roll from me? Everyone knows what they are?
Yep.
Okay. So again, that didn't take that long. Probably took just as long as handing out the cards and everyone looking. And then at the end of the round, we will have a voting phase. I will be timing it here, and you guys will have 5 minutes to discuss. I will let you know at your 1 minute warning time when you're wrapping up. All right, we all ready to go?
If the audience guesses the correct werewolf, what do they get?
Nothing, because this is pre-recorded. So yeah, and like Jay could tell someone later on, oh, guess this thing. No, that's cheating, Jay. Jay's the werewolf. I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and set my timer so that I'm ready when you guys are ready for voting. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to guide you through it. I'm going to walk you through it. So you'll just make sure that you have Slack open and that your DM line with me is open and communicating, and we will go through. All right, so here we go. Close your eyes, everyone. Except for Alex, you can leave your eyes open and watch. But everyone else, eyes closed. Yes, okay. And the night has begun, night, and fog has descended upon us. And we are now, I need to play some scary music. Alex, do you want to just make weird spooky noise? No, I'm just kidding. Night has descended upon us, and we are going to be entering into our night phase. So the first to wake up in the night will be the werewolves. Werewolves, wake up, open your eyes, and look for other werewolves. If you are a solo werewolf, if you are by yourself, you can look at one card in the center and you can signal to me which card you want to look at. All right, werewolves, close your eyes. Next role to wake up will be the Masons. Masons, wake up and look for other Masons. You have information, Masons. If you see another Mason, that's awesome. If you don't see another Mason, you have information. Masons, close your eyes. Next role to wake up will be the Seer. Seer, wake up. You can do one of two things. You can type me the name of whose card you want to see, or you can hold up 2 numbers and let me know which cards in the center you would like to see. Seer, close your eyes. Robber, wake up. Robber, you can switch your card with another player's card. Type me their name and I will show you what card you are now. The robber rule is optional, but if you don't do it, it's not fun. Robber, close your eyes. Troublemaker, wake up. Troublemaker, you can swap 2 other players' cards. If you would like to do this, please Slack me the names of the 2 players' cards that you would like to switch. And Troublemaker, you will not know what chaos you have ensued. Troublemaker, close your eyes. Town, wake up. It is daytime, and you must now discuss the events of the evening. You have 5 minutes on the clock.
Is anyone a werewolf?
A question a werewolf would ask.
Indeed.
Anyone have any information?
A question a werewolf would not ask, actually. That would be a bold question by a werewolf.
Or
It's a
Or it's
deflection tactic.
So who are the villagers?
I am a villager.
Are
What
you?
was that?
Cool. No other villagers?
That's unusual. We usually have like 5 villagers.
Wow, no one else wants to claim being a villager. Cool. So then
There
what are
are-
you guys?
It's 5.
So theoretically,
werewolves
one
against
could be in the middle.
villager.
Theoretically.
Or maybe we're not sharing what we did quite yet. Everyone's being close-lipped.
Mhm.
Maybe everybody's a werewolf.
Yes.
Alex is being suspiciously quiet.
Yes.
Observing everybody.
I feel like I'm always suspiciously quiet.
I was the troublemaker, but I'm not going to say who I switched yet.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I was a seer, and I'm not going to say what I saw. I looked in the middle, though. I want to hear a little bit more. I will reveal what I saw in the middle, but not just yet.
I was a villager. I didn't want to come out as a villager right away because last time I got persecuted.
Last time you won, didn't you? Oh man,
So Danny is probably the werewolf, right?
Danny, you're not playing this round, are you?
So
There's another
Two
Danny.
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. I
I
thought
was,
we were going around. Yeah.
Mm.
I was
All
a
right,
villager.
Lisa,
Mhm.
Taking it.
Lisa, you're the only
Getting
one.
her
Lisa
computer.
and Brian, right? Brian,
Mhm.
have you said what you are yet?
No, I'm waiting like you are.
And so am I. What's your
who
point?
has to stop waiting?
My thing has a little bit to do with your thing, Peter. I'll go before you, but Lisa should go before me, unless she's a werewolf. Then she can wait.
That sounds like a horrible day, Brian.
Which is it, Lisa? Are you gonna go or are you gonna wait?
I'm gonna wait. Just
Brian.
because Brian is trying to push me into
The
telling
werewolf.
into saying
So
something.
Lisa's the werewolf. So people who are suspicious, Lisa and Danny, potentially both of them werewolves. I'm a Mason and I'm the only one. So there's another Mason card in the center. So if Peter saw the other two, then we know everything.
I saw a Mason in the center.
Okay. And what else?
We need to know what Jay. Well,
I
yeah, I might as well
switched-
say it. Okay, I saw a Mason and a robber, which it's consistent because nobody claimed to be a robber. Is that correct?
Yeah, I switched Peter and Brian.
So that, in theory, if we're all telling the truth, shouldn't make a difference. Brian,
Right.
you were a Mason, right?
Right. So then in the middle, there's a Mason, there's a robber, and presumably the other villager. I guess
No, there's
Danny
only
is
2
claiming
villagers.
to
We're
be a
only playing-
villager now.
I
What
was
is a werewolf?
Yes.
Aren't we only playing with 2 villagers in this round?
We are
Yeah.
only playing
Two
with
villagers, 2 werewolves. It's
me,
possible there was a werewolf or a villager in the center if we take what people are saying at face value.
Right.
So Lisa,
So-
you have to say something.
Yeah. Pretty much locked into werewolf at this point.
Yeah.
Really should have gone with that second villager right off the bat again.
Do you need to get
Unless
One
here's the
minute
thing,
remaining.
unless Amanda's lying.
Why would I
Yeah,
not?
do you have any proof that Amanda is who she is?
Yeah.
Or was she just quick to jump off?
Do we have any proof?
It's
I'm just
no,
saying,
it's a ta- it's a ta-
we've
it's
been
legitimate,
burned
it's a tactic. It is a legitimate tactic.
You have to trust Amanda. This is a game of trust.
Right.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's entirely the reason why people will lie, Jay. That's
Would I take advantage of your trust like this?
Yes.
Would you?
Probably yes.
So it seems pretty clear that at least Lisa and likely Danny are werewolves.
I
We have
feel
10
comfortable
seconds
with that.
left.
I would go with that. I would go with that. And
Yeah.
they both ganged up on Amanda, which helps me
I
solidify
was
that.
just asking questions. I was just
Fair,
asking.
fair enough. Fair enough. But
Friendly
I'm a
banter.
vote. So I think
Time is up. Conversation is over. You must slack me your vote. Who are you voting to kill? One name and one name alone.
Just one? Okay.
One name. That's how voting works.
Well,
vote early, vote often.
Vote early, y'all. I'm missing a lot of votes.
It's
Please vote
weird to slack
to
you,
Danny.
Danny. It feels
I
like
know.
I'm talking to myself.
I know it's weird. Did everyone vote? Okay. Overwhelmingly, the votes were for Lisa. And we will reveal what Lisa's card was.
I thought you were going to say after the commercial.
Lisa was a werewolf.
We win.
Aw. The early villager strategy paid off this time for Amanda.
It wasn't a strategy. I was a villager.
Also, it hurt that Peter saw like Mason and Rob are in the middle.
Right. It
He
was
saw
easy
all
to
the
corroborate a
he didn't
lot
see
of.
the villager part.
I think the optimal strategy is all the villagers have to admit who they are at the beginning. And then,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
that,
Well,
that
how is that-
eliminates a lot of shenanigans.
Well, how is that an optimal strategy? Isn't a werewolf going to admit that they're a villager in the beginning?
Yeah. hop on
Yeah,
that real quick.
should have done that.
Yeah, but it allows them, like, sometimes if the seer says something first, then they can be like, oh, I know that they don't know that the robber's in the middle or something like that. And you can't really do that in that order. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, once you lock down on a strategy, people can meta against that strategy. So it's hard. Like when you play this game for a long time, like people start like second kind of like screwing each other over with.
I've played this like maybe 4 rounds, so I think I figured it all out.
You mean
Alrighty.
you're done being the werewolf every single time, Brian, or being voted the werewolf every single time?
Yeah, this is the
Right.
first time I wasn't voted werewolf of all
Right.
the times I've
Oh
played.
no, I
so.
voted for you.
That's true. She did. She did vote for you. All right, I will be slacking at the next set of rolls, and we are going to include Alex in this one, so you're going to do your best. And I will be walking and talking through it, so you'll know when to wake up and when to not wake up and all that good stuff.
Maybe it's just we played this before a couple times, but I think it's easier, doing the card version because the narrator sort of says what the role is, and you know what I mean. You get to hear the
I like
rules
this
over and
version,
over.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I remember the first time I played it, somebody was explaining to me the rules. I'm like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. And then when we play the first round, you just hear the person say, robbers, wake up, werewolves, do this. And then you hear it at the rules every single time. It's just so much easier because you get that repetition.
Yes, I agree that like moderating it and explaining like, wake up, do this, do that, like makes it a little bit easier, which is why I kind of like this way a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you get into it. Once you play like 2 rounds of the game, like you know how to play for the most part, and like you won't be great at it, but like at least you get the basic rules. It just takes like 1 or 2 times.
Right.
So we added a new villager, 3 villagers.
I have added in a new villager. Yes, let me update in the general channel. We now have 3 villagers. Yes, we just added a single villager. That is all we did. 3 villagers. Cool. All right, did everyone get slacked a roll from me?
Oh wait, I have to check. Sorry.
Go ahead. Everyone should have received a roll. All right, y'all ready? All right, village, close your eyes and go on mute, please, also. And I can also mute you. Yeah, okay. All right, close your eyes. And night has befallen us once again, but the circumstances have changed. There is a new person in the town. Are they a werewolf? Are they not? We'll find out. So first to wake up will be our werewolves. Werewolves, wake up and look for other werewolves. Know who your partner in crime is. If you are alone, you may look at one of the center cards and you may indicate which card you'd like to see. Werewolves, close your eyes. Masons, wake up. Look for other Masons. You have information. If you are alone as a Mason, your other Mason is in the center. Masons, close your eyes. Seer, wake up. Seer, you may choose to look at one other player's card and select me their name, or 2 of the center cards. All right, Seer, you may go back to sleep. Robber, wake up. Robber, you may steal another player's card, and I will show you what your new role is. Go ahead and tell me what name of the person that you would like to steal from is. Robber, you can go back to sleep now. Troublemaker, wake up. Cause chaos. Slack me 2 names of 2 people who you would like to exchange. If you would like to exchange 2 people, which I highly encourage you to do. Troublemaker, you may go back to sleep now. Village, it's time to wake up. 5 minutes
I
on
think
the
I
clock.
actually fell asleep.
So I'm a villager. Other villagers?
That's awfully quick, Brian.
I feel like this is that
Yeah,
just said- you just said
before
that's
I was
the
like,
optimal
hey, all the
strategy.
villagers need to like say what they are at the beginning.
Mhm.
So I feel like if I waited, it's like, why am I doing that?
Fair enough. I am also a villager. Let's see if your strategy works for us, Brian.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Alex and I are both Masons. We saw each other. We waved.
Is that true, Alex?
Mm. Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Alex isn't quite sure how
Danny
reserved to be.
Danny had said, it's a good strategy for 2 werewolves to also say that they are 2 Masons. So, but I'm taking it at face value for right now.
Okay. What's the next one in the order during the night?
Sears.
Seer should go last because that's so much information. Maybe robber. Yeah, one
I
of
was the
those.
robber. I was the robber, but I don't want to say it who I took.
Were you the robber last time?
I
Or
was
were you
the
the
troublemaker last time.
Who's the troublemaker this round?
what did you do, Lisa?
that was really ominous. Like, we know what you did last summer.
I think I'm sitting. I got a mic.
I'm-
and I'm sitting.
Yeah. I mean, I swapped 2 people's cards. That's what I did. Amanda, did you want to share something with us?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I'm the seer. We were told to go last. Seer, like someone said, the seer should go last. And I was like, okay, I'll be quiet. I was the seer.
I can confirm that Amanda was the seer because I took her card. Now I actually happen to be the seer, but I'm the seer who hasn't seen anything.
Well, I saw
Like,
things.
so
and I
you
steal
you
things.
swapped with Amanda, you're saying?
Yeah. She's a robber now.
Mhm.
What did you see, Amanda?
I looked in the middle, and I saw 1 villager card and 1 werewolf, which means that Danny and Alex are not both werewolves lying to us about having seen each other.
Good point.
But that doesn't mean that neither of them are werewolves.
You would think one of
means-
them would have outed the other if they lied.
There's no reason to collaborate with a werewolf if you're not.
I don't know. Alex.
Although
seemed
Alex,
really-
it's her first round. so
Yeah.
it's tough
There,
to-
she was like-
sometimes you're not sure what strategy.
Just like, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chaos. Chaos.
Wait. Okay. We
Yeah.
don't have all the information yet. If
Mm.
Amanda's telling the truth, if she's telling the truth, there's 1 werewolf at play or 0 werewolves at play.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Sure.
If she's
True,
telling
yeah.
the truth.
Right.
If she's
I didn't see both.
telling the truth.
Mhm.
Jay said he swapped with Amanda,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which doesn't really do anything if they're telling the truth.
Mhm.
And then Lisa, you said you were the troublemaker
Yes.
and you
I
have yet to
swapped-
reveal.
Yeah. I swapped Alex and Brian's cards.
Oh.
Which
Okay.
makes
Danny, would you like to
The
say anything about that?
No,
then
I mean that
Amanda
would have been
Villager.
after I saw Alex anyways. Because
Mhm.
Watchers before or what Masons?
Masons are before Troublemaker.
So I saw Alex no matter what.
Mhm.
so Peter is the werewolf.
Yeah.
It's whoa. It's either you or me.
It is either
Wait,
Peter.
there's-
No, if Ryan
at
was the
face value.
werewolf, he would out Alex now, right?
Because he no longer had that
I
card.
would do that.
Yes. Because Alex would not be the werewolf.
Brian, that makes it sound like you just missed a step. That you are the werewolf.
Werewolf.
Right.
1 minute remaining. 1
Wait,
minute.
So
So
that
it's
if
definitely Peter, but go ahead.
whoa. If Brian is the werewolf, then it would now be Alex.
Yeah.
If we take
Not.
okay,
Mhm.
if we take Amanda at face value, there can only be one villager. Is that right? If we take Amanda, no.
No.
Yeah, there could be
There's
0
two.
villagers.
It's
There are
me
three.
and Danny.
Wait, are
And
there
then
3
one in the
now?
middle.
Are there 3 villagers now?
There are three
There are
villagers.
There's 3 villagers.
Oh,
There's
okay.
3
And 2
villagers.
werewolves, and all I saw was 1 werewolf and 1 villager. So there are potentially, because I didn't see the 3rd card, so I can't tell you what the 3rd one
How much
was.
time do we have,
Okay.
Danny?
You have
So,
less than 1 minute. You have 20 seconds.
so either
So
there
it's
are no
possible-
werewolves or Amanda is a werewolf and saw her other werewolf in the center.
Amanda's not a werewolf. I took her
Yeah,
card. She was
they
a
would have
seer.
known.
Okay.
It's
kind of-
possible there were 2 werewolves
Peter,
in the center.
what was your card?
We're voting
It
for
was a
Peter.
villager.
Oh.
See, okay.
It's still, I thought there were 2 villagers, so I thought it was Brian because then he would be the villager, but now there's 3 villagers. It's still possible
And
for me,
it is
Brian.
So it could
now
be Danny
time
also,
for
then.
conversation to end.
But it's probably
You
Peter.
cannot
It's probably Peter.
coordinate what you're going to do. So you get to
So-
slack me your vote.
Oof.
And we're now learning that if you want to coordinate stuff, you got to do it before the end of the timer. Slack your vote. Slack
I
your
need to see
vote.
the timer. Oh, this
You
is
must
not-
vote. You must vote. You must vote.
Oh crap!
Danny, that's funny. Okay. You must vote. All right. And with quite the overwhelming majority, we will be murdering Peter tonight.
What a mistake,
Amanda,
guys.
you voted for yourself by opinion. And we will
You're
now
right.
observe what Peter's card was.
Oh,
Oh.
you nailed me, Brian. I didn't have enough time to redirect. I asked Danny, how much time do we have
I could-
left?
I
I'm
could
like,
see you
I
looking
needed to
around,
think of
you're
a
like,
scheme.
wait.
It was honestly
No,
wait,
Peter, if you don't
the
have a
other
scheme
middle
before we
card that
start,
Amanda
you're
didn't
done.
look at was
Yeah.
a villager.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 coin
Yeah.
flip that Peter was a werewolf.
Yeah,
or a
exactly.
villager.
What was
When I was
Actually-
trying,
Couldn't Lisa have been the
Yeah.
werewolf? I
I
had that
kinda
pulled
thought
at the
Peter
last
was.
second.
yeah,
Because they were
yeah.
two.
I needed
Oh.
I needed to make it seem like Amanda or Lisa were lying, or I needed to
Mhm.
make it seem like both werewolves were in the center, which was
And
totally
you needed to
possible.
coordinate a
Totally
vote.
possible.
So,
Yeah.
by the way, because this hasn't really happened, another rule: if all party members, if everyone in the village believes that both the werewolf cards are in fact in the middle, which rarely happens but does sometimes happen, you can all choose to vote for one other person. And if each person receives exactly 1 vote, you must vote. Nobody will die. And then the village team can win.
Do we have to coordinate that?
You have to
Mhm.
coordinate it. Peter has to say, I'm voting for Lisa. Lisa has to vote for Jay. Jay has to vote for Alex. Alex has to vote for Brian.
let's
Brian
just
has
say
to
we
vote for Danny.
all
Danny has to vote for
vote.
Amanda.
Yep.
And has to vote for Peter.
No, you got to
Has go-
coordinate it. I would like to say that
Totally.
I did coordinate that last time, and I was the werewolf. So that takes a lot of little
It takes a
finessing
lot of
to get that to
skill
work.
and nuance.
Yep.
And it's not common that the werewolves are both in the middle.
Mhm.
All right. We've got one more round in us. Y'all ready to try it out?
Do it.
And I
Okay.
did vote for you, Brian, just so you know, just to keep that streak going.
Brian has
yeah, that
been
makes sense.
swapped by the troublemaker
You were very
every
quick to
time.
jump on me when I said I was a villager at the beginning.
Mhm.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time
but
for rolls to come out.
Brian, we jump on you every time.
Basically.
That doesn't
Yes.
seem that suspicious. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think that's
Brian-
werewolf strategy. You just point at Brian and go, "Nah, it's him."
Brian just has a guilty aura. Like you, no matter what is happening, you just seem suspicious.
Right. I mean, if somebody was like, if there was a serial killer or something like that, and they put our faces in like a lineup, you'd be like, that guy's probably the most suspicious right there.
Oh my god.
I'd be second. I don't know.
All right. Did everyone receive a roll from me? Everyone knows their
Yep.
new roll. Okay. Also, I've decided, just so that you guys can't metagame, I will make noises and pretend like I'm lifting cards for every roll, no matter if I do or actually don't. Just so you guys know.
I don't think we're that sophisticated, but
Yeah, well, I am. So
I'm like, wow, I didn't even think to
We're not that sophisticated. We're just like, Brian's a
I
werewolf.
metagame
Brian's a werewolf.
for you.
Brian's like, that's not even mathematically
Yeah.
possible.
All right. Town, it is time to sleep. Village,
And mute.
close your eyes. Take a deep nap. Oh yeah, mute yourselves. Thank you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Go ahead and mute yourselves. Close your eyes. Take a nice, deep, relaxing spa vacation to the inside of you. Oh God, there's werewolves. All right. Werewolves, wake up. Look for other werewolves. Notice your friend, or don't notice your friend. And if you have no friend, please let me know which card you would like to view, and I will show it to you. Werewolves, close your eyes. Masons, wake up and look for your friend. You know the drill. If you see another Mason, you have a friend. If you don't see another Mason, you know that the other Mason card happens to be in the middle. Masons, close your eyes. Seer, wake up and please let me know whose card you'd like to see or which two center cards you would like to see. Seer, go back to bed. It's a weird hour for you to be awake. Robber, wake up. Rob someone. Who you want to rob? Let me know. I will show you the card of the person you've robbed. Robber, go back to bed. Troublemaker, wake up. Cause trouble. Slack me two names of two people whose cards you would like to swap. You will not know what happened. That is why you are the troublemaker. All right, troublemaker. Back to sleep with ye. Village, wake up. You have 5 minutes on the clock.
I was a villager.
Me too.
It's very quick.
It was the strategy we said we were going with.
It's worked out so far. It's worked out
And yet
so
it has
far.
now become suspicious because we said that.
Just saying.
Any other villagers?
There are 3 in the deck, right?
There's
So theoretically, one could be in the middle if people are telling the truth.
C or any in the middle. Well, I guess we should do
Mace or Mason.
probably Masons next.
All right. I was a Mason.
Was a Mason.
You were a Mason
Again?
last time, so that's weird. But yes, I verify that story.
I was gonna say. Did you see her or not see her?
I think Danny's trying to be nice and give Alex easier rolls the first times. But I do verify that.
I did not choose anything. I really didn't.
Alex, did you see Peter? Is the real question.
Did.
Ooh.
Yes. Mhm.
If she was a werewolf, I gave her werewolf, man. I'm telling you.
Unless they're in cahoots.
But they might, they might be
Yeah.
both werewolves.
Oh yeah, they could both be the werewolves. That's a really good point.
If there's other Masons, speak up
Although-
now.
Yeah, although both Masons would have to be in the middle.
Yeah, so it'd be one villager, 2 Masons in the middle.
Yeah.
Did
Didn't
anyone
look at the
see
middle?
any of the cards in the
That's
middle?
very risky.
Yeah.
Did anybody get to see the cards in the middle?
I was a seer.
What did you see?
I'm waiting here to hear from Amanda and Brian first.
Right.
I was the robber.
Werewolf.
I'm waiting to say who. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting to say who I switched. I don't know if that helps by waiting or not.
Sorry, Amanda, what'd you say?
I'm a villager.
What?
Oh, that's
Why would
adorable.
you wait? Why would you wait so long to say that?
Because the
Danny
last time I
and
did it quickly, we said it was suspicious.
See, I did that when I was the werewolf last time. It's already been done once this time.
so Danny and Jay immediately said they were villagers. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Then me and Alex said we were Masons.
Yep.
Now we don't. Amanda said at the last she was the villager, which is a bit suspicious, but possible. Lisa and Brian have not divulged all their information.
Brian, you want to go
Is that
first?
correct? Danny, how much time we have on the clock?
Good question. You have 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Cool.
Okay, so that's still enough time.
Mhm.
And what did you rob?
All right, Peter, what did you say you were? Oh, the Mason.
Me and
Yeah, yeah.
Alex are Masons.
Brian, who did you rob?
I want to wait until Lisa says who she was first.
She said she was.
I have to go in through the door.
the werewolf.
Hold on a second. Come in.
Hey, I just want to let you know I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
That guy's the werewolf.
So Lisa.
Lisa was a seer, and you
Yes.
said you didn't say what you saw in the middle yet.
No, but I also didn't hear what Brian said.
Brian said he's waiting on
Brian.
you.
Oh my god.
Brian said he's a robber, and he didn't say what he switched. We don't have that much time. We're running
Yeah,
out. So
Brian.
someone's
Fine,
gonna
okay.
something.
Werewolves.
One
First
and
of
a
all,
half
there's
minutes.
definitely not 3 villagers in the audience because one of them's in the middle,
Okay.
Ooh.
as is the troublemaker.
Okay.
So nobody claimed to be the troublemaker, but we do
Correct.
have one potential liar in between Jay, Danny, and Amanda.
Unless
That's a guarantee. Unless Lisa's lying, we have one potential.
So
What'd you rob?
I think we've all said everything. Oh,
Yeah.
except yeah.
Brian, hurry up.
So I switched Amanda's card, saw she is a villager. I don't know why she waited.
It's Jay
So-
then, because
45
I.
seconds.
It's definitely.
Wait a
That
minute.
might be
Yay.
Brian and Amanda might be werewolves.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, that's true too. Because I can say Scout's honor. Is it 3?
I don't believe that.
I
Whatever.
can send you a screenshot of what Danny slacked me.
Neither of which are valid for the game.
I kind of think. Wait. So there was in the middle there. We didn't see a werewolf in the middle. So there is
20 seconds.
I think it's Brian and Amanda.
Well, it's at
I,
least
I don't
Amanda.
think that
At
because
least.
I saw Amanda's card and it was a villager.
Right.
We haven't
but you
seen
also
your card, Danny.
you've led every single discussion, letting people know what you were, except for this time. And Amanda didn't say
Because
she
I
was
had a
One
villager
good
second.
until
card
the
this
end.
time.
Well,
Man, we've
we
been
could at least
feel
get
And
good
you
one
are
one.
vote.
out of time.
Amanda.
You must vote. Wow, you guys are.
We
really
need to
bad at
coordinate that better.
Yep.
Yeah. We need to see the timer, Danny. We're bad at this. We need to.
Clearly.
Damn.
Family, Peter.
Darn.
Danny, is this a plurality or a majority vote?
It's a majority vote. Majority
we
wins.
do ranked voting.
You're waiting on one more vote. This is actually very split.
What did the polls say?
5:38 reporting now.
Okay. And with a slight majority, we are murdering Danny.
What?
I thought for sure it was going to be me.
I did too.
No, Brian, it is not you. You only got one vote.
That's great.
Slight majority, because as it turns out, the werewolves were able to use their deception to their advantage and get you to kill Danny, who was in fact a villager.
I
It
have
was
a
Brian and Amanda, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Oh.
Am I the only one who voted for Brian? That's the winning strategy. That's the winning strategy. Brian, we didn't have enough time to coordinate. I would have
That's
convinced
awesome.
everybody.
I
Don't play
Brian
this anymore
never
because
said.
it's always Brian.
Yeah, Brian never said what he was this round. He said
I-
it every other round.
Because
Amanda
I
had no
had-
reason to withhold the fact that she was a villager. You're not wrong,
Wait,
Brian. I'm just saying. I'm just
Villagers,
going by
you
my.
need to
Peter.
coordinate who you're voting for.
I
Alex
cannot
voted
believe we
for
got away with
Jay.
that late
Peter
villager.
voted for
It's like, oh,
Brian.
I'm a
Y'all
villager.
voted
Peter,
for,
first
Jay
Peter.
voted for Amanda.
Peter, did you think
Oh.
Amanda was also a werewolf?
Yeah, yeah. They
So
had to
we
be.
should have all
If
coordinated to vote
Day
for
Correct.
and Danny
Amanda.
and Peter had all coordinated to vote for Amanda, this wouldn't have happened, but you guys didn't coordinate.
Oh,
Right. No. When we ran
and
out of
that's why
time,
Brian refused
Yeah.
to talk until I said
Yeah.
mine so that you knew what to go.
You guys have to coordinate.
No,
who
no,
you're
I
voting
guessed
for.
robber. I just crossed
Okay.
my fingers and said robber.
He took
I was
you
like,
out
oh,
that
yeah.
either
And
robber-
Amanda was like, "Oh no, what are we gonna do? I'm a villager."
yeah, no, that was
All worked
bad
out for the
because I
best.
think we all were suspicious of the right people. We just split our vote between Brian and Amanda.
I can't believe I was killed. Sorry.
Y'all
So
killed
many of us
Danny.
voted for
Danny's
Danny.
are always sus, man. 'Cause we're too good.
So we ran out of time. And so I'm like, it's Brian or Amanda. We never discussed which one
You
it
did
was. So I
not
thought
decide who to
everybody.
go
So I thought
for.
everybody was just gonna vote for Brian. That's the default choice.
No.
The winning-
So we
Amanda
knew
was suspicious.
it was
Everyone
at
trying to
least-
kill me saved me. That
I knew
time.
it was Amanda and maybe Brian, so I went with the
Yeah,
four
Amanda was
option.
suspicious from the get-go. That's why I was like, it's Amanda.
Yeah, no, you guys are right. You guys are right.
Yep.
I
No
was the last one to vote. I didn't
coordination.
know. Yeah.
Disappointed. This is the third game. I told y'all to coordinate and you didn't. That was good though. Wow, wait, Werewolves won just the one time. No, Peter didn't win. You were so close, Peter.
No, I didn't. I wasn't.
What
That
happened
was-
to the game before?
Brian and I were- that's
I
what
think you guys killed the
Here.
werewolves before.
Yeah.
It was close. It was a good effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Well done to Brian and Amanda for delaying long enough so you couldn't coordinate who to vote for.
Yeah, once I heard the timer, I was like, "Oh, I can talk for the next 10
Yeah,
seconds."
I think we've been burned. Yeah, we've been burned by revealing our information too much. We stall way too much in the beginning. We waste a
Yeah.
lot of time in the
Yeah.
beginning, and
Yeah.
it's like you don't have enough time to coordinate at the end. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? To like play the waiting game so long. Of course,
Yeah.
you want to play the waiting game, but it has to be faster paced. Otherwise, you'll never win anyway.
The
So
problem is
Mhm.
that when you reveal everything at the beginning, werewolves
Mhm.
just default to saying, I was a villager. And everyone just
Yeah.
says I was a villager. So, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good strategy. Or if you have two, you can both say you're Masons, as
And then,
long
like,
as
contest
there
the
wasn't
other
one
Masons,
Mason
and then
and
it
someone
was
saw a
that-
Mason in the center.
Yeah.
But-
Was that the motion you were making? To
yeah,
me,
I
like,
when we opened her eyes, I was like,
Um,
and she's like, "House, what are you doing?" So,
I didn't catch that either, Brian. I didn't know
I
what you
was
were
like,
doing.
what is
You
this?
were trying to say we're
Right.
I should have done this YMCA style, and that would have been better.
I thought maybe like after like we went back to sleep, I thought that's what you meant, and I was like, but if we get caught by two other Masons, we're
Right. Our other strategy
Are
could
you
have been
though?
also claiming we were Masons, and then they would have known it was one of the four of us
right.
or two of the four, but it would have been 50-50 for us.
That's true.
Right.
Thank you.
I mean, but you have to
everyone.
go for
I have to
that.
head
Yeah,
out.
I
Yeah,
gotta
we gotta
Okay.
end this meeting. We gotta wrap up. Thank you guys for playing. We'll try again in 3 weeks from now. Have
Yep.
a good
Bye.
evening, everybody.
Bye.